Hi, this reading's for Sagittarius for the month of November 2014. I do a 5-card spread, one for the overall environment, another card for each week. You don't have to take it for each week, it could be just events that happen throughout the month. I do an extra card for each position just to give me information about what's either helping you or what's going to block you. And let's begin here. So for the overall energies that we have, we start off with the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords represents swift movement, quick-minded, serious young man. So perhaps you have an air sign or maybe even a water sign involved in your life, and there's going to be some quick movement involved. So perhaps you have some quick decisions you're going to have to make, or things are going to get hectic real fast. And when I say hectic, I don't necessarily mean in a bad way. It's just, I know for Sages, you guys, me being a Sag, we've been in the hangman state for a while. And if people are wondering what the hangman state is, it's usually if you're in a situation, damn if you do, damn if you don't, that's the hangman state. And Sages have been in that state for quite some time now. So in this card, I noticed the guy has his sword up, and the sword of truth is kind of what I'm seeing here. So perhaps you've come to some sort of decision that you've been up in the air about for a while, with the blue I'd say in the air, and you're finally making your decision and choosing to move forward. The card that's crossing that is the King of Cups, and with the King of Cups, it represents a warm, thoughtful man in the caring or creative profession. So perhaps you're going to meet a guy that represents, or you have somebody in your life, father figure, husband, a male figure, that has these traits of the King of Cups. And in my deck, I kind of see the King of Cups. Cups is emotion. It's supposed to represent water signs. I see this more as a fire sign. And with Jupiter here, you're going to have some luck, because Jupiter represents luck, and that is your planet, being a Sagittarius. So with this card, what I'm seeing is, because of the water, there's some emotions involved in this, but it's a decision that you're going to be quite happy about. You're probably relieved to start moving forward. Let's carry on to the first week here. I will say you guys have a lot of major arcana cards. In the first week we have the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is a triumph over adversity, inner strength, and mental clarity. So you do have quite a bit of air here. Water. A lot of swords. So swords represent mental. It's all in the head. So again, with this card being here, you're moving forward. Emotionally, you're stable, is how I feel. And this is something that's obviously taken you some time to come to that decision. The card that's crossing that is the Hierophant. And with the Hierophant, it's kind of a lot of people associate it with spiritual, like going to church, or perhaps meditation. So maybe you need to do some meditation or some prayer work. Traditional values, a wise person providing guidance. So maybe this King of Cups character is going to provide you with some guidance that you need to move forward. Maybe this could be in the government office. If you're having financial issues, you can get some government assistance. If you're lost and need some guidance, perhaps going to church, speaking with a priest or minister will give you some guidance, even a therapist. But you're definitely, I get the feeling that you're going to have somebody helping you. So if you've been feeling alone, you can take a little bit of a deep breath. Somebody is there. Even if you feel alone, somebody is there, whether it's in spirit or you do have a family member maybe that's going to help you. But I feel like it's going to come from a structured government facility, a teacher of some sort. Perhaps you're going to be the student and this person's a teacher, and not necessarily in a schooling sense. In life, we have a lot of people. It could be a younger person can teach you something, and you can become a student. In the second week, we have the Eight of Swords, and I think you guys got this last month, and probably I've gotten this for almost every month. But the Eight of Swords, if you look in the card, you can see she's blindfolded. She can't see anything. She's got her hands tied. But if you also look, she's up in the air. And this is a mind card, so what's going on is all in your mind. One of two things I'm feeling with this, considering that the Tower card's here, you're refusing to look at something, or you're in the second week going to go back to reflecting inwards. Perhaps you've been spending too much time inwards. Maybe you're going to take a big leap, a big step of something. With the Tower card here, you're going to get worried because something major is going to happen, some sort of change. And change can be hard. Usually when change is occurring, we get a little fearful. And that's usually how you know change is occurring, is when that fear steps in, changes are happening. And changes are a good thing. They're not a bad thing. It removes the negative from your life to make room for more positive. With the Eight of Swords, its meaning is feeling restricted by fear, being withdrawn, so you're going to be probably going inwards in this week. With the Tower card crossing that, I get it's destruction of something built upon false belief. So maybe it's a false belief that you have within yourself. You're going to finally, with this worry card here, you're finally going to overcome it and say, you know what, I can do this. With the Knight here, you got movement, you have guidance, you have protection. I also see this as a protection card from Spirit, from God, universe, fairies, whatever you believe in. You're well protected in whatever events are occurring. So it's nothing to fear. Got the Tower card last month too, I'm pretty sure. In the third week, we have Judgment. And with Judgment, it's a renewal, reward for past efforts, or a karmic card. Karma, it could be good karma or bad karma. In general, anybody watching this, I should hope that it's good karma that you're going to get. And whatever you give out, you get back tenfold, they say. Some people say 3 times over, but tenfold sounds a lot better to me. And this card, if you're looking, it's a lady and her eyes are closed. She's quite peaceful. She's content. And I get the sign of music. If you also look, you can see in the background 2 men. And they're naked. So, being naked in your birthday suit, we'll say, is bare. You're vulnerable in this state. And with the Tower, maybe that's what's happening, is you're becoming vulnerable. And being vulnerable is a scary thing. It can be fearful. Sometimes in life you have to be vulnerable. I know trust can be a big issue for a lot of people. And you don't necessarily have to trust everybody, but you should have faith in people. You can have faith and still not trust. Give people the benefit of the doubt. And if they make a mistake, it's fine. Mistakes are meant to be made. That's how we live and learn. We can't punish people for things that they didn't know at the time. So if that has to do with you, you can't punish yourself for something that you didn't know. You did the best that you could at that time with the information that you had. And if you made a wrong decision, now you know. You live and you learn. Where I also feel like this is, it's not the Justice card, but I feel like justice. You're going to get some good news. Something that you've been waiting for is going to come to you. The card that's overcrossing that is another major arcana card, which is the Death card. And with the Death card, it's major change and transformation, and that's clearly stated in the second week here. So with these men in the background, and like I said, I see this as being vulnerable. So maybe that's what's happening. You got some walls that are coming down. There's some change within yourself that you're accepting, maybe some changes in your environment, whether that's a new home, a new job, or you're moving. You're accepting it, you're okay with it. You no longer have that fear. And I say that because the next card you have for the last week is Temperance, which is balance. And it's a major arcana card. This is also a card of Sagittarius. Sagittarius represents this Temperance card itself. Sagittarius people tend to be, out of the fire signs, the most grounded of the fire signs. We tend to see the bigger picture of things. We are action-oriented, but I'd say we are the slower action-oriented of the fire signs, meaning that we just kind of take more of our time. We look at the bigger picture. We don't react with the small things, but we do need change to continuously stay interested. When a Sagittarius doesn't have a lot going on in their lives, they can become very drawn inwards, because we need action in our lives. We need that excitement and adventure, moving, traveling. That's all something that a Sagittarius kind of needs. And you don't necessarily have to travel a ways overseas or anything. You could go on a little vacation if you become stagnant. Go visit a parent. Go do something fun, I'd say. With the Temperance card here, I see that as patience, moderation, compromise, balance, and healing. So with the air, I see a lot of air with all the blue here. Whatever it is that was bothering you, you're overcoming it. And if you look in this card, she's looking sideways up towards the sky, which is kind of funny because with the fire here too, the Sagittarius is the half horse, half man, and is pointing the arrow up to the sky, to the universe. Sagittarius aren't afraid to ask questions that are unknown, and they're not afraid to be blunt with their opinions. If you see the stars here, so maybe this is a dream that you've had, or pay attention to your dreams, I would say. You're up in the sky here. The sky's clear up here, but there's a bit of magic, I would say. So maybe something magical is going to happen. Something that you kind of had inkling towards, but maybe perhaps you had some doubt with the Eight of Swords here. That doubt's going to be out of mind, out of sight. You got the perfect balance of water and fire here, so maybe you have some water planets or signs in your natal chart. The card that's crossing that is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, if you look at her, I'm going to try to zoom in here. She's very content. She's looking outwards. And the Queen of Cups is usually pretty psychic. She has a great intuition. She can sometimes kind of seclude herself when she becomes overwhelmed, and she needs that seclusion to come to terms with things, or not come to terms, analyze and come to her decision. She's a very caring and nurturing woman. She, I would say, is the most psychic of all of the queens that in the tarot. With the Queen of Cups, she's kind, thoughtful, sensitive woman, and caring nature. She can get hurt pretty quickly, very easily. She's quite sensitive. So I'd watch her if this is a person in your life. I see a lot of fire again, so I'm kind of thinking that this is you, Sagittarius, or maybe your mother. For some of you, maybe not all of you, I see her hand kind of resting along her side on her stomach. So pregnancy, maybe you're going to get news of, maybe that's what this is here. The magic is going to happen, is somebody's been wanting to get pregnant and they're going to. Overall, I see this as a very powerful reading, obviously with the major arcana cards, but it doesn't seem to be, there's no hangman card. So hey, you guys, with the quick movement here, you're moving on. So you're going on that path that you need to go on, that new adventure. Things are looking up. With the Tower card here, I wouldn't worry about that. It's just a bump in the road. It's 1 week. You have a lot of harmony, a lot of passion, a lot of drive happening right now. So I wish you guys a good month, and I hope that this helped out you.